Very professed brother. So we have here the presentations to be made to the 12th provincial chapter by the brothers on temporal vows, married brothers of the schools, Nigerian province. Appreciation and acknowledgement. We wish to begin with heartfelt gratitude to God for His faithfulness and guidance throughout the journey of professional training. We also extend our appreciation to the past and immediate past provincials, namely Brothers Vincent Badum and Mark Omede, as well as to the past provincial councils for the support and opportunities they gave to us. They have continued to offer visionary leadership, ensuring that our communities and vocation remain strong in faith, united in mission, and responsive to the needs of our time. Their tireless dedication, pastoral presence, and prudence, guidance have sustained the vitality of our progress. We deeply appreciate transitioning from formation into community life. The soft learning program was and remains very important and vital as it helps the young brothers to find their footing and balance in the life of the province. This remains a beacon of the marriage spirit, nurturing, encouraging, attentive to the unique needs of each brother, and facilitating our integral community life. The hospitality and love shown to the temporary professed brothers upon their return from milk and milk is overwhelming. This gives us a strong sense of belonging and zeal to contribute positively. We commend the continued investment in the education and spiritual formation of our brothers at milk and milk. Intellectual and professional training remains fundamental for the future of our marist mission. We also appreciate the province for the resources and tireless effort contributed to ensuring that our stay at milk was and continued to be productive. We acknowledge the contributions of our lecturers, formators, and support staff who made this holistic formation possible. Areas of growth for the young brothers. Community. 1. Meetings. Our regular community meetings have improved communication and fostered communal discernment, enabling growth and exposure to marist way of living for us. The young brothers, however, consistently remain an area for improvement in the life of brothers and our exposure to the marist way of living. Celebrations, festive gatherings, jubilees, and community recreation have strengthened our sense of fraternity. Healthcare. We acknowledge the efforts made in providing general healthcare support. There is a need to establish a more structured healthcare system for brothers, especially those experiencing age-related challenges. Although the brother provincial has stated this as a matter of importance for his administration, we wish to lay further emphasis on it. Support of young brothers. Mentorship programs and communal guidance for young brothers should be strengthened to aid their integration, emotional well-being, and apostolic zeal. Brothers are encouraged to offer support to young brothers posted to their communities and schools so as to help them actualize their desire for growth and maturity. Spirituality. Prayer. Community prayer remains vibrant. However, renewal in personal prayers, discipline, and creative liturgical expression deepens our spiritual roots and strengthens our desire for spiritual growth. Masses. The Eucharist continues to unite us, young brothers and married brothers. Emphasis on meaningful participation and shared preparation enriches our experience and builds our spirituality. Community recollections. Monthly recollections have provided vital space for reflection. This has helped in shaping our fraternal life and increase our desire for community living. Formation, accompaniments. The young brothers have experienced improvement in accompaniment and individual spiritual direction. This program helps us to share challenges and progress in our growth and internalizing marriage values and cultures. Soft landing. The well-outlined induction program is very necessary for newly posted brothers to help them adapt holistically. We recommend it as very helpful. Mission, expansion of marriage presence in Macaulay. The young brothers were delighted to hear the news of the official approval for the erection of our communities in the Diocese of Macaulay. We commend the efforts of our past provincials. This move ignites our desire and readiness to serve children and young people wherever we may be sent. Diversification and sustainable projects. The development of other income-generating initiatives to support long-term sustainable and self-reliance of the province is commendable. The young brothers fully key into this plan for the future of our province, as marked by our provincial as an area of concern for his administration. We consider this initiative timely and express our readiness to support it. Concerns of the young brothers. 1. Posting of young brothers. The placement of young brothers in communities we suggest should be done in ways that support growth and maturity in marriage life. We suggest that posting should correspond to their level of maturity and pastoral readiness and communities where they will be supported to grow, generating vocations. Solidarity with brothers in formation. Now, this has to do more with the brothers at MIC. Strengthening our sense of solidarity include visiting brothers' families, particularly those at MIC, to affirm family bond and encourage their professional journey. This was a message we got from the representative. Way forward. Maintenance of marriage establishments. I would like to give an example. Before the new administration of MBJ, now the director and myself, before we got there, and while we were there, we experienced a very funny situation with others. The hall for mass, where the young ones have their mass, when it rains, it's not conducive. And that was why we brought this in. The young brothers suggest prioritizing and upgrading and maintenance of our schools and communities to ensure functionality and standards. This now also has to cut across our communities and also the cars and what our assets which we use as brothers. Maybe we could also consider creating depreciations for our assets so that when they depreciate, we have what to cover up when they are no more functional and also maintaining them. Sustainable projects, poultry farm. The young brothers respectfully suggest that the province consider investing in a poultry farm, specializing in egg production, considering the high consumption of eggs in our schools, and considering the high profit potential that could support our drive for sustainability. We at Intelligent, we have no less than 1,000 students. So if you want to make a rough estimate of how much egg you consume, I trust you it will be less than 30 million in one session. Youth service and exemptions. The young brother suggests possible exemptions or alternative service options for brothers undergoing formation or newly professed, ensuring continuity in education, exposure, and growth experience. That is to say, perhaps when the young brothers who have finished from me wish to go for it, the youth service, maybe they can be allowed to do it. Conclusion. Dear brothers, as we gather for the 12th provincial chapter, we reaffirm our commitment to live out the charism of Saint Marcelin Champagne by making Jesus known and loved among children and young people, especially the most neglected. We are called to journey together with renewed zeal, strengthening communion and charity, and clarity of purpose. The future of our province depends not only on planning, but also on fidelity to prayer, brotherhood, and mission. We would like to congratulate our newly installed provincial and the councillors to be elected. May our good mother and St. Marcelin continue to inspire and intercede for our province as we chart the way forward. Amen, and thank you, brothers.